Amherst Schools, we'd like to welcome parents, students, military families, current military personnel, veterans, and distinguished guests. Before we begin today's ceremony, it is our pleasure to introduce to you the guests and military organizations that are here with us this afternoon. Members of the Amherst VFW Post 1662. Members of the Amherst American Legion Post 118. The following military recruiters working with our individual students. Sergeant Stephen McCraven with the Air Force. Peter Siemens with the Coast Guard. Sergeant George Lopez with the Marines. Sergeant Brittany Patton with the Ohio Air National Guard. Sergeant Michael Marcellus with the Army. Also in attendance with us, the Mayor of Amherst, Mark Costello. Amherst Police Chief Joe Bashir. Amherst Police Lieutenant Mark Kaufman. Superintendent of Amherst Schools Steve Sayers. Assistant Superintendent Mike Molnar. Members of Amherst Schools Board of Education, Board Member Teresa Gillis. I would also like to take some time to recognize the following individuals for all their diligent work in making this special event a reality. Social Studies Teacher Department Chair, Teacher Emily Marty, for organizing and assisting in making this day possible. Intervention Specialist Russ Marty, for assisting with the military music playing today and for creating our military programs. Art teachers Chad DeFranco, Tony Trunzo, and their students for decorating the south lobby with military paintings and decorations. Technology Director Doug Caudell and his team for streaming this ceremony live on our school's Comment Live YouTube channel for our school and the entire Amherst community to watch. Thank you all for joining us on this special occasion. At this time, the Amherst Military Honor Guard will lead in our seniors who have volunteered and committed themselves to the United States Armed Forces.
Once
When the idea of hosting a military signing day was being discussed, Lieutenant Dan McCruskey was one of the driving forces that put in a tremendous amount of planning to ensure this event would be special for our future military participants. It is my honor to introduce to you Dan McCruskey.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Superintendent Sayers, for allowing us, and the school board as well, for allowing us to start this back in 2019. Thank you, Joe, for failure, Emily Marty, Russ Marty, the whole staff here. You guys have been awesome, and I appreciate everything you've done. Back in the back there, all the hard work, the names on the TVs, that stuff just doesn't happen. Anybody who's been part of organizing anything or making something off the ground. It doesn't just happen. There's a lot of work that's put in. So please give a round of applause to the school. Like Mr. Teller said, my name is Dan McCruskey. Call me Lieutenant Dan when I'm wearing my police uniform. Today, I'm wearing my Army National Guard uniform. I'm a command sergeant major for the 1st Battalion, 148th Infantry Regiment. We're headquartered out of Walbridge, Toledo, Ohio. And we've got about 700 soldiers who serve the Ohio Army National Guard, the citizens of the state and the country on a regular basis. And it's an honor to serve in that capacity. All that means and all this stuff Army means. I've been around and I know a thing or two, but I've seen a thing or two. And I know that it's just, the years go by really fast. May is full of special days, right? Saturday prom. Really? So full of prom? Maybe not. Maybe I didn't ask that. Look like you got asked. But prom is Saturday. Be good at prom because it was Sunday. Mother's Day. That's right. For your mom. Next week is Police Week, followed by Armed Forces Day, and then of course at the end of the month you got Memorial Day. So those are all special days, it's a special month, but today is special. Today is special because we recognize these 8 Amber seniors. Right, guys? We recognize these 8 Amber seniors committed to spending at least the next few years of their lives serving the greatest country on the face of this planet, the United States of America, and our armed forces. So round of applause for them. So today we have Alex Ford joining the Coast Guard. We've got George Sweeney joining the Army down there at the end. Cecilia Isla heading off to the Naval Academy. We've got Joseph E.L. Padilla joining the Air Force. We've got Henry Phillips joining the Air National Guard. We've got Thomas St. Anna, Logan Holman, and Ethan Thomas joining the Marines. The Marines. So you know, you're all going to learn about this thing we have. It's called inter-service rivalry. We poke fun, we play along, and we just do silly things to each other and say sometimes mean things, but it's all in the spirit of God and each other. Kind of like the basketball team picks on the baseball team and the football team and all that good stuff. So in the armed services, the Army picks on the Air Force picks on the Coast Guard picks on the Army, back and forth. And then at the end, they all sit down and they explain it all to the Marines. I'm just kind of kidding about that one. But also, now represented here, we have the Space Force. I don't know what the Space Force does. Space Force does is they're kind of new, but as I understand it, it's going to be huge. All right. So, speaking of Space Force, a long, long time ago, but not in a galaxy far away, World War II was being fought, right? About 76 years ago, it was coming to an end, and the president at the time was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Right? He had a wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, First Lady, And in 1943, August and September 1943, some person, Ashley Sumter, was serving in the Pacific Theater in World War II, right, fighting island to island. So, Eleanor Roosevelt wanted to take a trip and check on the soldiers that were in the Pacific Theater. She wanted to make sure that they're getting enough food, that they're getting cared for medically the right way. So she went on a month-long journey. And after that journey was over, this is what Eleanor Roosevelt had to say about the Marines. And I'm kind of picking on the Marines a little bit today, just because you guys are the biggest target, right? It's weird. That's awesome. And for some reason, the recruiter brought the biggest flag. So you guys are my crosshairs today. So this is what Eleanor Roosevelt said about the Marines. She said, the Marines I have seen around the world have the cleanest bodies, the filthiest minds, the highest morale, and the lowest morals of any group of animals I have ever seen. Thank God for the United States Marine Corps. And while I've worked with quite a few Marines, I can say, attest to the fact that their minds are not filthy anymore, and their morals are much higher than they used to be, but they're still animals. They're animals, and they do a good job. And you guys, on the left and right, you're going to do a great job too. What I've learned about serving in the armed forces is they teach you something, and then they count on you to do that thing. And then they teach you something else, and they count on you to do that thing too. And they teach you more and more, and they count on you to do those things, and you do it. And after a while, before you know it, you realize, holy cow, I know how to do a lot of things, and there's a lot of people counting on me. And 30 years later, you still hope you know a lot of things, and you still hope that people are counting on you. As long as you keep your nose clean and you stay out of trouble, your careers are going to take off and you're going to do things that you never even thought of doing. They teach you how to do something and then they count on you. Now that's not a lot different than the civilian world, right? In the civilian world, you've got diesel mechanics, you've got x-ray techs, you've got physical therapists, doctors, attorneys, all that stuff. And they learn things, and there's people counting on them to do those things right. That's what we do out here in everyday society. The difference is, in the armed forces, there's all those jobs, right? There's all those jobs that I just mentioned. But the environment, the situation, and the location, and the sacrifice is a little bit different, right? You could be a diesel mechanic here, or you could be a diesel mechanic right now in Iraq or Syria. You also have to carry a weapon, wearing some body armor, and a helmet. So that kind of amps it up just a little bit, right? You could be a JAG attorney in some foreign land somewhere. You have to wear some camouflage, and you have to spend a lot of time with your family. So that's the difference. You can do all those different things here, or you can do them abroad with that extra little bit of responsibility. And, by the way, knowing all those tasks and a whole bunch of people counting on you to do all those things. So that's what we're all about. And all those people out there doing it right now, millions of soldiers, airmen, Navy, Coast Guardmen, Marines, how they're serving, they're doing it every day. And they paved the way for you. So all you have to do is step up and keep following what they've done. It's an honor and it's a privilege to serve, and you're going to see it's just like nothing you've ever seen. So I'll leave you with one more quote about the Marines. It's from Ronald Reagan. Some people spend an entire lifetime wondering if they made a difference in the world, but the Marines don't have that problem. So, well, don't quit. Don't give up. Stay on the path. Thank you.
We would now like to begin introducing our seniors who have committed themselves to the armed forces. These brave 8 individuals were asked who they would like speaking on their behalf from Marion Allscale High School. Our first staff member is social studies teacher Michelle Webb.
Thomas Campana, please stand. I am Michelle Love, and I was Thomas's teacher for both his American Government and Psychology courses here at Steele. Thomas has committed to the U.S. Marine Corps through his recruiter, Sergeant George Lopez. While in high school, Thomas focused on working at a landscaping company, Campana's Pizza, and Myers. He also spent a lot of time working out, which is why his favorite class was training and conditioning. I first met Thomas during the second semester of his junior year, and from that first day of class to right now in 2021 May, it was clear that Thomas is a young man with many great traits and qualities. During class time, I viewed Thomas grow and develop into an outstanding young man, academically, socially, and each day interacting with him was truly an enjoyable experience. Thomas is hardworking, self-disciplined, motivated, creative, and humble. As a student, Thomas always performed to the best of his ability and always respected the time and opinions of his classmates. During his junior year, there were many mornings I would be walking into the building at 7 a.m. and he had school, and Thomas would eagerly hold the door open and greet me with a good morning. During class time his senior year, we would talk about his military training experiences and exercises, and during these talks, Thomas's enthusiasm about his future plans was evident. This young man possesses a unique balance of humility, grit, and intelligence that will make him not only a successful Marine, but a successful man. Thomas chose to enlist in the U.S. Marines because he wants to serve his country, to learn from others, and to test himself. Please join me in recognizing Thomas Campana's commitment to the U.S. Marine Corps.
Alex Thor, will you please rise? Hello, I am Alex Baldwin, and I'm Alex's American history and psychology teachers for the past 2 years. Alex has committed to the United States Coast Guard through his first class petty officer, Peter Seaman. While in high school, Alex was a cornerback for the football team. His favorite class was history, because who doesn't like learning about wars? Alex was one of those students that I had to engage in conversations, but when I did, he was truly incredible. The wealth of knowledge this gentleman had was exceptional, and he passed it on to his students, or I should say my students, my bad. The United States Coast Guard will give Alex the opportunity to visit locations that he has only seen on web postings and social media. He'll have a true hands-on view of the world, and I can imagine that not being a good thing. I'm truly excited to see how his enlistment changes him into a thoughtful man. By enlisting in the Coast Guard, Alex will follow his footsteps of his father, who has also served. So please join me in recognizing Alex Thor's commitment to the United States Coast Guard.
Logan Holman, please stand. I am Macy Riker and was Logan's physical education teacher. Logan is committed to the U.S. Marine Corps through his recruiter, Sergeant George Lopez. Logan came to SEAL this year from the Horizon Science Academy in Maryland. His favorite class was physical education because it said it is helping him improve his physical readiness for boot camp. Logan's one request from taking physical education was that we lift weights every day so he could continue to prepare for the Marines. Logan's work ethic in the weight room was contagious, inspiring a few of his classmates to lift as hard as he did. Logan, thank you for being an asset to our class and for choosing to serve our country. Logan chose to enlist in the U.S. Marines because of the discipline and also because of financial benefits. Please join me in recognizing Logan Holman's commitment to the U.S. Marine Corps.
Cecilia C.C. Island. Please stand. I am Alan County. I was C.C. Island's favorite teacher she never had. But we've been friends and family ever since she's been born. C.C. will be attending the prestigious United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. While at Steele, C.C. was a 4-year varsity golfer, served on student council, Leo Club, and was National Honor Society president. Her favorite classes were AP Physics, AP European History, and AP Literature. She said she typically leans more towards STEM classes, a combination of European history and English literature taught by Mr. Nate Walshup and some real perspective, and helped her make connections between various ideas, which she believes will definitely help her succeed in the future. CC aspires to be an SWO, a Surface Warfare Officer. The Navy had to take measurements of CC's sitting position. She came to realize that she barely qualifies. And after telling me this, after a chuckle or two, her comment to me was that the 34-inch minimum requirement was about as tall as I am. In my reply to the Navy kind-hearted banter, I threatened to inform the Navy that she cannot swim. This joke made at my classroom 110 doorway during class change accidentally made it into the hallway as an innocent bystander who recognized CC overheard, and like high school students who subsequently told some friends. And CC learned later in that day that a rumor had been spread that she's joining the Navy, even though she can't swim. So she came to me, Mr. Daddy, fix this. So I felt sorry. I tracked down my classmate who was spilling all the tea, as the kids say. I had to clear up the confusion by reminding this student that this future naval officer has Navy connected in her name and song, and you can sing along with me if you like. The sailor went to CCC, to see the option. And for the record, CC can't swim, and they have a very lovely pool at their house. So after I was asked to speak on behalf of CC for today's ceremony, the sports line went right to the fact that she's going to the Naval Academy, and Robert Stewart, who is also an English graduate, is at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And these two academies play a pretty important football game in November, and what an exciting event that both get to attend. Even though we'll be on opposite sides of the seas, we'll still be family and country and serving our nation. I wonder if CC and Scooter would have their own sibling rivalry and make a bet, and she assured this by saying Scooter had been Murmington to the midshipmen and the Black Knights. CC's dad, Scott, has frequently attended the Army and even how often one of his men. He's in both of us. Setting aside the rivalries as a government teacher, I like to remind my students often that the military in the United States is 100% voluntary, and that's something that we need to take for granted. And these students up here today that are listening, I want to tell you that I appreciate your patriotism and service to our country. From the time she was a little girl painting flags along her driveway for the 4th of July, CC knew the United States was special. In her own words, quote, different from any other country, the United States provides its citizens with freedoms and opportunities that anyone could dream of. And these freedoms and liberties are protected by the United States military and law. She's always been proud to be an American citizen and is appreciative of the men and women who fight to protect these freedoms we have as Americans. Through observing her older brother's year-long process of applying to the Service Academy, hearing his experiences in the United States Military Academy, and learning more about the service itself, she captured a glimpse of a life dedicated to serving her country, a path she desires to pursue. While becoming an officer in the Navy will empower her love for this country, it will also allow her to radiate the American tradition by leading others with similar goals. CC is a true leader. She does her school, neighborhood, and entire community very proud. Her parents did a great job raising her. CC is truly a fine individual. Please join me in recognizing Cecilia Ellis Smith in the United States.
Joseph Padilla, please stand. I'm Michelle Kamchuk, and I was Joseph Padilla's geometry senior math teacher and track coach. Joseph has committed to the United States Air Force through his recruiter, Sergeant Stephen McRaven. While at Steele, Joseph participated in football, track and field, wrestling, choir, volunteered at the concession stand, and completed with the Business Professionals of America and won an award for human resource management. His favorite class is history because he enjoyed learning about human development in the past and how they were able to resolve conflicts. Even though math is not Joseph's favorite subject, we were able to discover his abilities and passions for the future in senior math. I believe the Air Force presentation we had in that class this fall helped him make his postgraduate decision. I am hoping that his experience with the Air Force helps him realize his potential and he can find the life path that will bring him success and happiness. Joseph chose to enlist in the United States Air Force because he wants to be successful in life and sees many opportunities for success in the armed forces. He said, "What's better than serving my country and becoming successful at the same time?" Please join me in recognizing Joseph Deal's commitment to the United States Air Force.
Andrew Phillips, please stand. I'm Chad Thurber, and I was Andrew Phillips' teacher for both Physics 1 and AP Physics. Andrew has committed to the Air National Guard through his recruiter, Technical Sergeant Whitney Patton. While at Steele, Andrew ran cross country, played golf, was involved in theater for all 4 years, and participated in the Civil Air Patrol. His favorite class was physics because he enjoyed learning why day-to-day things happen in the ways they do. It helped him better understand the world. For me, it was a joy to watch Andrew's discovery of the pleasure of learning physics and evolve an ever-growing enthusiasm. I mean, after all, he kind of signed up for it twice. He liked to talk about his applicability to his flight lessons. I'm pleased to say that he's now a fully licensed pilot. Andrew chose to enlist in the Air National Guard because he still wanted to go to college, but also wanted the structure that the armed forces provide. Please join me in recognizing Andrew's commitment to the Air National Guard.
Jordan Sweeney, please stand. Again, I am Michelle Budd, and I was Jordan Sweeney's psychology and sociology teacher. Jordan has committed to the United States Army through his recruiter, Sergeant Michael Barcelos. While at Steele, Jordan played basketball. His favorite class was psychology because he enjoyed studying people's minds and figuring out why they do what they do. He also enjoyed phys ed because it helped him get in better shape for the Army. Jordan became a student here at Steele just this year as a senior. Although many young people would be intimidated by a new school and new surroundings, not Jordan. He embraced this challenge and changed exceptionally well. He eagerly joined class discussions, actively engaged with others, and approached this new opportunity with excitement. His enthusiasm about school, basketball, and willingness to embrace new opportunities was exceptional. Jordan's ability to adapt to a new school and communicate well with others are qualities and traits that make him an excellent young man and traits that will be useful and reciprocated in the Army. Jordan chose to enlist in the United States Army because his and the military will give him the many necessary skills to do so. He is also the third generation of his family to serve in the armed forces. Please join me in recognizing Jordan's commitment to the United States Army.
Ethan Thomas, please stand. Again, I am Lacey Reichert, and I was Ethan's physical education teacher. Ethan has committed to the United States Marine Corps through his recruiter, Sergeant George Lopez. While at SEAL, Ethan mostly enjoyed his history classes because it came easy to him. He also enjoyed PE and weightlifting. Ethan, as I like to call it, is a 4-year letterman in physical education, taking PE or strength and conditioning every year since he's been at SEAL. We've joked, if there was a phys ed award for a graduating senior, Ethan would definitely win it. I truly enjoyed the times I had Ethan in class. I got to see him develop from a shy, quiet freshman into a kind young man, a gentleman, a senior leader, and now a Marine. Ethan chose to enlist in the United States Marines because of the good morals it will teach him, along with the benefits and ultimately his desire to serve our country. Please join me in recognizing Ethan's commitment to the United States Marines.
As a last-minute surprise, we want to recognize Senior Spencer Durham. Just yesterday afternoon, he received a call from a major at West Point offering him an appointment. He has 72 hours to decide whether or not he wants to accept this offer, as he's already received a full-ride scholarship to Hillsdale College. While he weighs the pros and cons deciding his future, we want to recognize what an honor it is for Spencer to receive this appointment. We wish you luck in making a decision that is best for you. I would like to now call Senior Molly McLaughlin to the podium and have her share with her classmates in the audience what this moment in time means to her.
Hello, I'm Molly. I'll be speaking on the student body's behalf today. Today is a celebration of your commitment to freedom. Your selfless act of joining the armed forces provides an opportunity for the United States to remain a model of freedom. While your fellow classmates will be going into college or the job force, you will be joining the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, and the Coast Guard, working hard to make your country better. This next year will probably be the hardest one yet, but the sacrifice of your time, your strengths, and your skills will not go unnoticed. As you go on to serve in the military, you will represent Amherst and continue the ideals of our school's mission objective, to produce the foundation for the development of ethics, values, and the desire for continued learning. These 8 soon-to-be graduates of the SEAL class of 2021 have upheld these ideals and even gone above and beyond to be a responsible example for the future classes of Mariano SEAL. You have made an impact on the school and all the students attached here. As a representative of the student body, I would like to thank you for stepping up and giving the greatest sacrifice possible. Thank you.
We will now go ahead and move on to the signing portion of this event. This is more ceremonial, as these students have already signed their official mountain of documents that their specific branch provided. We have prepared a letter of intent for these young men and women who are going to enter into the United States Armed Forces. It reads, Your signature on this piece of paper signifies your commitment to the United States Armed Forces. By signing this document, you are agreeing to uphold the United States Constitution and to give everything you have in order to continue to fight for our freedoms and defend this great nation. You are hereby agreeing to represent the United States of America, your family, and yourself. For that, you should be incredibly proud. The staff at Mariannell Steele High School, your peers, the community, and your family have all watched you grow as a student, and most importantly, as a young adult. Your commitment and future service in the United States Armed Forces is what keeps our country, our freedoms, and our citizens safe. Never forget your purpose. Be great. We are proud of you. Seniors, you may go ahead and sign your letters. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to introduce to you today our seniors who have volunteered and committed themselves to the armed forces. In closing, if for some reason you begin to doubt yourself as you make your way through your new journey, remember the following quote by 4-star General and West Point graduate Norman Schwarzkopf, who said, True courage is being afraid and going ahead and doing your job anyhow. That's what courage is. Finally, I'd like to share with you something that a fellow veteran shared when asked, which military branch is the best?
Air Force.
You're not going to like my answer. Number one, all branches of the United States Armed Forces are honorable and noble. 2, each serves America well and with distinction. 3, serving in the United States military represents a great honor, warranting special respect, tribute, and dedication from your fellow man. 4, always be proud of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you again for coming out this afternoon